Hey everybody, it's Allie Edwards and welcome back to December Daily 2025. Today I am doing a quick and easy little story because I needed a quick and easy little story kind of day. So prior to December, I had taken some of the 4x4 cards from the main kit and I adhered them back to back. I also added in 4 of the large plastic circles that were part of one of our products this year. And I am simply going to add a 3x4 photo on top, and then I wrote some big journaling. I actually wrote this on my iPad and then brought it into Illustrator in order to trace it and then print it out on sticker paper. So that's actually going to go just right on top. So right on top of these 4x4 cards, if you want to add a photo on top, you can do a 3x4 photo. It fits just right on there. I had to trim mine off just a little bit at the end, like I normally do when I'm adhering something like this on top using my metal ruler and an X-Acto knife. But I've got a cute little photo there of an afternoon. This was actually Saturday afternoon. Aaron and I got to just hang out by ourselves, and it was really great. And we played Scrabble, and we did all the things that we said that we wanted to do earlier in the week. So that felt really good, making space for just hanging out and being together around the tree. So I got my photo on the top, and then this part on the bottom, you can see that it has some hash marks or crop marks there on there. That's going to make it easier for me to cut it out. Again, this is the 3x4 size. You could easily handwrite something like this and handwrite big with a brush pen onto that 3x4 or onto the 3x4 section of the 4x4 card. This is where Santa says, and this is what we were doing, currently eating and drinking and playing Scrabble by the fire. It was perfect. It was perfect, and it's a perfect little short story. And I think it's a nice reminder for all of us that we can jump into this project and we can have long stories and big photos and small stories and small photos and big photos with small stories and long stories with no photos. And there's just a million different ways that we can put it together. And especially if you're working on this where you're trying to do a daily story and or capturing one story each day, having some days that are simpler and easier than others is definitely something that can help in terms of, especially when this project can sometimes feel like a marathon over the course of the 25 days. And I know that not everybody does this project like this. So this is also just a nice idea for using the 4x4 cards and or when you want to have something that is nice and simple and easy. You can see that on the outside edge of those cards, I have some of our page attachers. These are plastic page attachers. These are I think we call them the 4x4 ones, which means that they have the 3 holes punched along the edge. So I simply took those page attachers and adhered the 4x4 cards, one to the front and one to the back, and then the plastic circles are adhered underneath or between those 2 cards. I also did run those through the sewing machine so they have a little bit of stitching along the plastic circles. I'm going to add the story number on there, and I'm just going to go real simple with the chipboard number 7 from the main kit. I'm going to use red line tape to adhere that on there. Also, as I am picking out which page I am going to do each day, I am thinking about the story that I want to tell, and I'm also thinking a little bit about flow in the album and having some of those big full pages mixed in with smaller pages that are different sizes, different shapes, those kinds of things. So here's my red line tape that's going to go right on there. And then tomorrow I'll work on the back for my next story, I'll work on the back of those cards and potentially flow that into a page like the one that you can see right there that I put together for product play, or maybe I will do the in this season page. I kind of have a idea and started working on that one a little bit. So that might be the next one that comes up as well. As always, let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below, and go big with your short story. That's a great jumping off point for the next story that you may be working on. Go big with your text. You can stamp, you can handwrite, lots of different options. All right, we'll see you guys back here again tomorrow.